to the 57th instalment of ASMR drawing. I wasn't sure what to draw today, but as you probably guessed by the title, I'm really ill. I'm sick as a dog, so I'm going to draw myself being ill in kind of a cartoony way, I guess. And again, I did say 57th instalment. I actually looked this time, so I didn't have to guess. I can't believe I've done 57 videos. I also checked, and I've done, I've had 300,000 channel views, which is sick. Thank you very much, everybody. I was aware it was kind of between 100,000 and maybe 200,000, but yeah, that is crazy. But I'm also doing a soft-spoken video again, as people seem to like that. I know people also like the whispers, but I'm going to be doing a mix of both, so hopefully there's something for everyone. And I guess my voice is going to be naturally a bit lower at the minute because I have a cough and a cold and a blocked nose and everything that comes with being ill, you know. I think I'm kind of at the end of it because I'm sleeping okay now, but not quite out of the woods yet. I did want to go and do something tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I'm using, I think if you've been with the channel a while, I bought this pen from a stall where I used to live, along with a couple of other pens. And I'm not sure if I've actually used this one yet on the channel. It's like one of those kids' barrel handwriting ones. I've used my other barrel pens, but not this one yet. Well, I'm not actually sure. Maybe I have. I've used it for something, probably. Now, whenever I draw myself, I do tend to give myself massive eye bags. I think I have moderate eye bags in real life. I think filling it in with some black does add a lot to an image. But yeah, I've been ill for like a week, and it makes sense because since moving house, I guess 2 months ago, I've been a very social butterfly, which was the plan. You know, it's great, but also it takes its toll, especially going from not having a huge social life to then having one. And yeah, I think it's just taken its toll. I'm very tired all the time, spending a lot of money, which is obviously not ideal. I realised I've smudged a bit already. Got this bit of paper I can use to try and not smudge things. Yeah, I think I kind of feel myself getting ill about last Saturday when I was like at this art fair thing. I think I'm just burnt out really, which is fine. I haven't left the house for the best part of a week now, and it feels great. I love it. I've been playing Call of Duty and just hanging out in the house really. And it has, normally I hate that, normally I have to get out of the house, but it's felt correct. I've also been sleeping like 9 hours a night, foolishly though, going to bed about midnight, which is very out of practice for me. Normally like to be in bed a lot earlier than that. My intention is to draw like me being really snotty. Sorry, it's kind of gross. I guess I've got a fairly big nose. I'll just have some water. I'm probably going to find it difficult to get through this whole thing without having a coughing fit. I should also point out that I'm not looking in a mirror for this, in case you think this might be what I actually look like. Oh, this is going to be quite gross. The bit I'm about to draw, because it's going to be snotty. Grim. I think maybe if I colour this in on Photoshop, it might be a bit more clear that this is snot and not blood. What's the film where that happens? Pulp Fiction. What does she do? She like snorts heroin or something. Grim. Not Uma Thurman. Is it Uma Thurman? Yeah, Uma Thurman's character, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway. I need like a bigger... I really need to kind of update my pens because they're like... they're all flipping running out. And I haven't got any more like felt tips or brush pens or anything like that. It's distressing me. I need a top up. Should probably pay a visit to the pen shop at some point soon. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, I'm gonna edit that huge sneeze out because it was very loud and kind of gross. And I'm sure you don't want to hear that. Maybe you do, but it's not very ASMR. I guess the face is gonna like completely fill the page. I mean, obviously. Yeah, I wish I had some felt tips. Cross on chin. Maybe fill this bit in too. See, this is where I'd want the felt tip. But they're all run out. I need to get some Sharpies too. It's always worthwhile having a Sharpie. You never know when you're going to need a Sharpie. Okie kind of scruffy this, but I also like it. I'm not going to draw like every single individual mustache hair, but I'll just do it like this. That would take far too long. I do have a mustache though, so at least that's accurate about what I look like. I'm having quite a successful phone embargo recently. Like normally my rule is no phone until lunchtime. I'll just kind of leave it on. I'll put it on airplane mode during the night, so I won't be disturbed. And then generally I'll just leave it until around about lunchtime. Although lately I've been breaking that rule a lot. But like yesterday, I basically went the whole day without looking at it, and it felt great. I wouldn't even say I'm a huge phone person. I'm not like, constantly texting people and on social media and stuff, but I do get sucked in. I think it's just like a little treat, something to do, especially when you're working, but I do get sucked into just like looking at, to be fair, I'm like looking stuff up and looking at arty stuff. I'm not just like, I don't have TikTok, but I do sometimes get sucked into the Instagram reels and that, which is basically the same thing, so I don't know why I'm being all high and mighty about not having TikTok. But no, it's good. I felt much more clear-headed yesterday not doing that. And obviously, even though I'm ill, it's, could often get, what am I trying to say? Like my defences, oh my gosh, look how much I'm smudging this. Dearie me. My kind of defences are down a bit, so I'll end up looking at it more, and because I'm knackered. So that was happening at the start of the week, but I felt quite pleased that I was able to do it at the end. I was able to stay off my phone yesterday. God knows how like left-handed people write with these so-called handwriting pens. Because it's smudge everywhere. This might be quite good to draw comics with actually, because it's quite small, and then it can be quite big if you need it to be. Got me thinking now. Teeth, I think. Okay. Do I have quite big teeth? I don't think this is. I think my teeth are okay. Like, of all the features upon me, I think I actually have alright teeth. Everything else leaves a lot to be desired, but I think I've been blessed with fairly nice teeth. So I don't feel silly drawing myself with fairly straight teeth on the most part. Not flexing. Tongue. This is meant to make it look like probably I'm sneezing or something. Not coughing. Doing a big sneeze like I just did. Off mic, off camera. This pen definitely brings about a certain style out of me, I think. feel it's almost like this. Obviously, it's nothing like manga whatsoever, but it's almost a kind of. I feel it's like a bit of a manga-y style, or at least it could be if I tried hard enough. I've never really been into manga or read it, if I'm honest. Okay. The insides of the mouth. At least I've kind of hopefully got my winter illness out of the way now. So then I won't be ill at all over Christmas, because I've had that before and it sucks. In fact, 2 years ago I was really ill, kind of at the middle of December, leading up to Christmas, and I had to quarantine in the back room. Which was actually sick, I loved it, it was so cool. I did go mental after a bit though. I'm happy with that mouth. But it meant that, I had COVID actually, this was 2 years ago in December. I had COVID and I remember I missed the work Christmas do that I'd helped organise the pub quiz for, which was fine. I didn't mind not going in the end, but I didn't mind because I was actually ill. Do you know when people get COVID and they're just not ill whatsoever, it just makes them a bit sleepy? That would have been really frustrating. But I didn't mind so much because I was actually ill. So I couldn't, even if it wasn't COVID, I couldn't have gone anyway because I felt rubbish. Don't know where I got it. Oh, I do know where I got it. Went to a friend's big birthday bash in Liverpool. Had a bit of a big bender. Big, 3-day session, and we all caught COVID. So there you have it. Oh, I don't know if you heard that little noise off my laptop. Hopefully it's not too vibe killing for you. Some eye wrinkles. I'm getting a few crow's feet now, I've noticed, in my old age. Not 100% sure where I got to before that cancelled out, but I've drawn my hair in it now. And I was saying how I think I look a bit like, you know, how they draw the Beatles or whatever in the 60s. I look a bit like some kind of, I don't know, ye olde musician of some description. But yeah, this is me really, if you want to know what I look like. Let's do the bit of beard down here. To be honest, I might have a picture of me in the thumbnail, why not? Haven't done that before, at least not my face, so why not? This is kind of weird. creepy, really. Is it? Yeah, kind of creepy. Just drawing all this stupid, annoying facial hair. Some bits are longer than others. I did trim it the other day, and inevitably you end up missing loads. I really want mine. This is quite accurate now, actually. Look, I really want mine to fill out in these bits so I can have more of a thick beard on my chin. But I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's starting to go a bit grey now. I mean, it's fairly blonde anyway, but like, so you can't really tell, but there's some definite like grey and white hairs that weren't there before, and it's like, you could at least like fill out before you start going grey. But no, I assume it'll probably fill out in my 50s or whatever. I've noticed that with some people, their beards don't really fill out to like an old man. I think unlike your hair, your beard does like constantly get better throughout your life for most people, so it seems to be that way for me anyway. This pen's running out a little bit now. I assume I've used it much more than a child would for doing their handwriting practice. Do a bit of cross-hatching nonsense here. Probably do it all the way down, actually. Oh, I'm gonna have to blow my nose soon. I can feel it coming on. This neck bit's kind of crap, but I mean, okay. Maybe that's alright. I'm also talking about becoming old. Also getting lines on my forehead. So it is not inaccurate for me to draw these in. Do I have a little monobrow? been listening to a lot of Weezer lately, and specifically the Pinkerton album, which I'd never listened to before. It's really good. It's probably, I think it's maybe, in my opinion, the best Weezer album. I might even say it's better than the first self-titled, but I'm not. Maybe I shouldn't be so bold as to make such an assumption. Such a statement, should I say. It's not an assumption, because I'm not assuming it. Oh, you probably just heard my computer making noises again. I think I'm going to have to go and have a break and then come back and do the hair. But okay, just to start off the hair, this is how I'm going to do it. Just lots of lines. Doing that cool thing where it I don't know what you call it, it comes out of itself. I like that. I always think that's a really nice effect. Shame I drew the jaw here. My jawline definitely isn't that. I don't have a defined jawline whatsoever, so I thought maybe I'll just finish this little bit before I have a little break. I also need to desperately blow my nose, as you can probably hear. Probably going to smudge some bits, but we ball. Hey, okay. I'm going to take a break, but see you shortly. I have returned, and hopefully in the next 10-15 minutes, I'd like to think I'm going to finish on this strange version of me. My voice is actually slightly improved since earlier. I'm still not feeling great, but I think we're on the mend. Also probably doesn't help that it's super cold where I live right now. It's freezing. I do quite like the cold. I was born in winter, so maybe that's why. Perhaps. But yeah, I love it. I love it when it snows. It did snow here the other day, and I did actually manage to go out in the snow. It was great. And frolicked a bit. I went on a little walk through the snow specifically, which I'll definitely always try and do when it snows, wherever I am. I don't know, it feels kind of rare now, especially rare to happen this side of Christmas. Usually it kind of happens somewhere really random, like April, or somewhere where it definitely shouldn't be, thanks to global warming. This pen, I think I've made it run out quite a bit. I'll try not to use it for a while after this. See if it'll restore some of its oomph, and I can use it again. This hair really isn't very good. It's not great. Oh, I mean, it's kind of worked. I'm going to smudge this bit, no doubt. I can already see it getting all over my hands. Don't mind this drawing's a bit of a scruffy one now, so. I've never dyed my hair actually. It was something I always wanted to do when I was about 17 and dye it that kind of pinky purpley that Kurt Cobain dyed his once. Because I was obsessed with Kurt Cobain. Maybe still am a bit. I don't think I'd dye my hair that colour now though. I've far surpassed Kurt Cobain's age when he died, so I'm no longer that young and free-spirited, unfortunately. You know what, maybe I'm happy with it like that. Looking a bit like Lemmy, to be honest. I don't actually look like Lemmy. Unfortunately, I would quite like to look like Lemmy, but it's not for me. I wasn't dealt that genetic hand, unfortunately. Maybe I can leave this in. Yeah, I think that'll do. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully see you next week at some point. But maybe another self-portrait, hopefully, as I won't be ill next week, but pray for me, pray for Mojo. Alright, good night.